Tanakoto katoa. This is Catherine, just giving you a review of the RECN 393, the final assignment, which is worth 30% of your marks. So many of you may actually start the assignment before the semester in which you enroll in the course, so you won't have access to the main RECN 393 course page, which is why I've created the SARM 901 course page. So if you scroll down to the assignments down here, it's set up the same on the 393 page once you get to it. But basically, assignment 6A has, you'll have to download that. There's B and C, 6B and 6C are kind of resources for this. But if you just click on 6A, it should open up a doc, and this is what you're going to complete. So throughout the course of your internship, the whole point is you should have had a chance to kind of learn a bit more about the organization. So this is actually a reflective report using kind of critique about what you experienced. So you're going to take what you learned in a RECN 111 and you're going to apply it, use the theories, the models, the concepts, or principles learned in 111 and apply that to your internship experience. So you may need to ask your supervisor for some help if you can't find some of the information, but the directions, as you scroll down, you'll see there's a bunch of questions here. So you're going to mainly discuss the organization, what was their leadership like, mainly your supervisor, and what decision-making models did they use, and did they have a code of ethics? What was it? And there's the rubric down here. So the text, you're going to delete this whole page before you submit. So once you've used all these directions, you can delete all that. So all I want is really page 2. In fact, you don't even need to have this last page. So once you've filled in all your answers, blah, 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 the students are asking me all the time, how many words are you expecting? So the word count is 2,800 to 3,000. So you'll get 825 of the questions already. So if you were just to, add your words here, and you were to highlight all of these, this is all you're able to highlight and you can include the words that are already there. So just leave the headings there. That gives you if you go down here, oops, as you can see, it's 278 words total there. So, and you delete this. Oops. And if you delete this first page, it will should end up being 100 and 800 some. Yeah, 867 words. You can see here in the bottom left. So if you just leave, actually you can leave this bottom one here. If you just leave all that, just delete the first page, you're going to end up with, you can include all the questions that are on there. So I'm going to undo that so we can read the directions again. But that's what this means. You'll get 825 words for free, because just leave the questions there, leave the rubric there, and you just need to fill out the remaining bits. So the whole point was that you wouldn't have to highlight, if this is your answer here, this is your answer, this is your answer. You wouldn't have to calculate how many words by highlighting just these words. The whole point was that you'd just be able to look at the bottom left of your word screen and you'd see, oh yeah, I'm up to 2,000. So that's how the word count works. Just make sure you delete the first page, because that's not meant to be there at the end. So stay within the word count or you'll get 25-point penalty. and you have to resubmit it. So there's a third year course. So I want you to use the library teaching and learning to get your writing to an academic standard, what we might expect of a third year student. So if you need some help, go make an appointment with them, and they should be able to help you make sure your grammar and spelling and etc. is correct. And you can save it like this. So in my case, it'd be Catherine Elliott, Critical Reflective Report, and submit as a Word, not as a PDF in Learn. So basically gonna answer this question. So that's about it. Um, yeah, and if you want to have a look, whoops, so for example, if they're saying, was the theory of leadership employed by your supervisor? So you might want to go over the leadership slides from year one. So if you open that up, you should have a look at, these slides. What is leadership? And it's got some notes at the bottom. So we went through some of these in class. So hopefully that will help your memory. And if you want to actually read the text, it's in there. So there's a leadership, and let's see, I think that's it for this one. They're both just the leadership PowerPoints. So, okay. So that's everything for this one, and hope that helps you get through. It is worth 30%. So make sure you complete everything, everything possible. And for the top one here, make sure you look up their organizational chart. So it should look like a bunch of boxes in a kind of triangle shape, or sometimes they're more flat. So if you can find that somewhere and insert an image of that or recreate it, that would be nice. And just the number of employees, so you see just how big or small the organization is, just with an image. If the CEO is at the top in the top square and he's got two managers underneath him in the next two squares, and they each have 3 people underneath them. So just showing what the organization, you can copy and paste the organizational chart in there. And yeah, so everything else is pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, thank you very much and best of luck. Take care.